Lifting family, welcome back. So lack of a hairdo this week, but at the same time, the plus is that I showered, so that's a win. And it really actually ties into this video well, just because I've been having to rearrange my schedule a lot, and that's what a lot of people are doing right now. But I've just noticed that I'm limited on time for different things. Even doing videos has become much more difficult because I have a job where videos are not necessarily something I can kind of sneak in during the day. So one of those things that ended up coming up was my workout ended up becoming a little bit shortened, and they've been shortened. And so one of the things that I like to do when it comes to being short on time is supersets. And I normally superset most exercises anyways. I like to superset complementing muscle groups. So I would do chest and back, so maybe a chest press and then some form of a row. And then as far as shoulders, complementing shoulders, you can do that like some front delt type movement with some posterior or rear delt type movement. But I like to do like a shoulder press and complement that with either a pull up or a lat pull down. And then as far as legs go, my legs have really been limited in what I can do. I'm hoping that I can get back to that soon, but you could do something simplified like a leg extension and a leg curl. Doing something like squats and deadlifts, you could work that in, but to keep it a little bit more simple for this video, the thing that I implemented this week was doing a bench press and then complementing that with a machine row. And there's German volume training that's out there, and that's a program that I think people have really kind of cheated in its effect, because that's a program that you'd want to utilize week over week and then building up your progression there, because you start off with a specific number and then you work up from that point. So it might be 50% of your 1 rep max, and you do that for 10 sets of 10. You can look up German volume training to actually get into the concepts that you need to get that program started. But what I like to do when it comes to volume training is I will actually start off with my traditional warm-up, and depending on how I'm feeling, I usually will end up going with somewhere around 60% of my 1 rep max, and I'll basically do a burnout on that. So I'll end up going close to a burnout anyways, because I do want to make sure that I'm not going to failure on each set, and I want to make sure that I get in a decent bit of volume. So if I end up maxing that out and I'm repping out each set, I don't really get in enough volume. So I'll do basically like a -2, so 2 reps in reserve, or what some people would be as an 8 RPE. So I'll start off with 60%, and then my first couple sets I will increase that by usually around 20 pounds. So that's how this workout ended up going, was just the first couple sets increasing by 20 pounds. And then by about the 3rd or 4th set, I'll start to micro load those sets, just because the amount of weight starts to really pile up if you start to add on 20 pounds each set. I end up going into working up to a certain point where I don't want to go too limited in reps. So starting off in like the 12 to 15 rep range, and then basically not getting into, let's say, like a 6 to 8 rep range, to where I'm almost cutting that in half or even further than that. So I like to basically get into the 10. So if I'm doing 15 reps, I don't want to get less than 10, and I try my best to make sure that I don't get there. While again, also making sure that on each set, I'm making sure that I stay about 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. And then once I get up to a set where it's about 10 reps, so dropping down by about a third, then I will start to reduce back the weight back down. And I usually do that just for the sake of simplicity, the reverse based on how I built up. So if I go 135, 155, 175, 195, then it goes back down from 195 to 175 to 155, etc. I believe on this workout I actually worked up to, I think it was like 205, somewhere in there. But it's a great way to just go back to back, and then basically the rest period is for your chest is when you're doing your back exercise, and then when you're moving back to your chest workout. So, and then loading on the weights. So it's really something that requires a fast pace. You don't necessarily have to run back and forth between each one, but at the same time, you get in a lot of volume in a little bit of time. I think I ended up having about 20 to 25 minutes for this workout. Like this video if you like videos like this. Comment down below if you've done something similar to this, and what's your take on it, what's your twist on it. Outside of that, do remember to hit that subscribe button. Appreciate all your subscribers. That is still slowly going up, which is fantastic, and getting a lot of views lately, especially when it comes to like the home gym type stuff. And there's actually a little bit more of there's something on the way in terms of that as well. So do kind of keep your eye out for that. Outside of that, thank you for watching, and as always, keep pushing.